Okay, good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of Montreal Technicals. As we all know, this is basically a market outlook session. We get to see what opportunities we can grab in the market, and then you guys get to see how I get my entries and exits in the market, basically my Forex trading strategy. So let's get started. For those that will be watching this video on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the page, and you can always share. Yeah. So fundamental wise, we had one high impact news on GBP, CPY. Yeah, that was around 7 a.m. Now we have another one on NZD around 11:45. I feel they sleep by then, but it's basically a pair we trade, so I might look at it later. Yeah. So let's jump on our charts and see what we can get basically. So let's start with AUD USD. So now, yesterday, this was what we're looking out for, yeah? We had this high here that we're looking for price to break out of and then come back to retest. Now, the interesting thing about this is that price actually broke out of that high, yeah? Price broke out. But then now the thing is price came back. It tapped the first time and then pushed up. That's more or less created the higher low. We failed to create another higher high. And then it's looking as if price was ranging and then it's looking as if it wants to break to the downside. So for now, honestly, I just want to sit out. I don't want to jump into the markets, like just jumping in the market. So I'll just take this whole area as a range. I'll wait for more price action. Maybe at the end of the day, then I'll check, or later in the day, I'll check and see if there's anything to trade. But right now, it looks more or less like what happened here. So we had this whole range here. Then we exited. We have this whole range now, and we might also would exit. So it's just to calm down and see how everything plays out. Then the next one is NZD USD. Now, NZD USD2 broke above yesterday. Now, NZD USD2 broke above yesterday, yeah? So we had that whole break below, yeah? And then we went back up and then we crossed that lower high here. So actually broke above it. So it was more or less like we were bearish, then we shifted bullish almost immediately. And then after that, we created same thing with AUD USD. We created a higher high, higher low. Then we failed to create another higher high, and then price basically tapped here, and then it broke to the downside. Well, honestly, like just like AUD USD, honestly, I'm not going to take any sells or buys right now. Just sit back because this whole price action is still looking one kind. Yeah, it's still looking one kind, honestly. It looks like price shifted to a bearish market, but at the same time, I don't know, the whole thing is just complicated right now. So I'll just let it be. Can't really see anything. Maybe it's just today, but I can't really see anything clear on it. And I want to avoid that whole situation where I just go and then jump on a trade blindly. So it's just to sit back. Let's sit back and see how it plays out. But then if you want to, I don't know, if you want to get a setup there, plot your feet from the top to the bottom, yeah? And then you can see that we have our 0.618 area there, and price is pushing back up to that area right now. So you can look to jump on yourself from there. From there, stop loss just above it, and then you target down here. Target down here. Price is actually approaching that area. So that's the thing. So let's just sit back and see how it plays out. Now, why I was saying I was avoiding the whole entry, yeah, whether sell or buy, is the fact that if you look at it from down here, it looks as if price just tapped into the 0.6 of this range to the upside. So it's crazy, but let's just see how it plays out. So this sell here, price has just tapped inside. Price has just tapped inside. So let's see how it's going to behave from here. It's actually rejecting. Let's see. We can look for the shift on the 5 minutes time frame. Then let's look at gold. I don't know, I put gold here yesterday, but then gold was just crazy yesterday. I entered at this 0.618 and price actually took me out. So I'm going to remove gold from my watch list again. I think the only thing that saved me yesterday was USD card. Is there any other pair you guys want us to take a look at? Apart from AUD USD and USD?
USD JPY.
USD JPY, okay. So let's look at this. Yes, the JPY looks like it's ranging on this time frame. So we have that high, yeah. Price more or less consolidated here, yeah. Then we reacted, price came down, reacted here, and then we pushed up small, came back again, and then now we're pushing to this up. So if you look, we actually have that whole high of the range, and then we have the low of the range here. So it's more or less ranging, and honestly, I don't like trading range. So it's just to sit back, let's see how it will play out. Any other pair? Is there another pair you guys want us to take a look at? Okay, Euro USD. Doing so, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Wahala. So Euro USD, you see that break to the downside that we are talking about yesterday. So we actually broke to the downside. We came back. We did not actually react at that 0.618. We reacted at the 0.7. We pushed it down. We went back to that 0.79 again and then reacted from there. Now we're still tapping. It's more or less like, I don't know. As if all of them, they're actually ranging right now. All the pairs. See this one now. Price is tapping into that. Price taps into that high. So right now, everything is just, nothing is clear to actually trade. So it's just to sit back and wait for it. It's just ranging on the 1H right now. Ah, any other pair you guys want us to look at? Okay, in the absence of any other pair or any other thing, I think today the market is just cold. Yeah, everything is just in a range. So it's just to sit back. Hopefully, we'll get high impact news that will push the market. So by in the evening or by tomorrow, we'll actually get setups. Yeah. So please, guys, and I think the one thing in trading is these times are actually very important. Times where you don't see any setup or you don't get any setup, it's actually good to sit back and then just just sit with the markets. Don't force anything. Don't try to attack anything. Do you understand? So if you don't see any setup, don't trade at all. Yeah. So I'll catch you guys same time tomorrow. Bye, guys. So